Hello everyone, my name is General Fancy Pants, and welcome back to Secret Files Tunguska. When we last left off, not Max, this is Max, Nina was on the train and it was attacked, and now she's in this hospital, and let's see if there's anything in the diary here that we can read. Okay, we read that one already, so the Kalenkov report. Trans-Siberian Railway. The list containing the scientists has finally been found. Nina's father isn't on the train or in the research station. Still, the trip was not futile. The safe contains documents about the Kalenkov report. Vladimir Kalenkov had analyzed a fragment that was presumably of extraterrestrial origin that had been found in the Tunguska region. Thanks to this report, the scientists apparently not learned how to manipulate the behavior of animals using radiation. Deliberation. Siberia. Or Siberia. Hospital. Oleg informed Max about the terrible attack on the train. The two immediately headed to Siberia, where Nina was being held captive in a remote military hospital, which is where we are right now. So we have our cell phone, and that's about it. And this is Max Gruber right here. Let's talk to Oleg.
And what if something happens?
Nothing is going to happen. I am going to wait here, and if the alarm sounds, Plan B will go into effect.
And what is Plan B?
I am going to think about that at the appropriate time. And now, make sure you get in there.
Fair enough. That's a weird noise. It's like a cat, but kind of not a cat. Alright, what's this? A textile bag. I just noticed it while he's talking to Oleg.
A shopping bag made of cloth.
Okay, let's take it. Alright, it's a shrub.
There are small red berries hanging on that bush. My doctor always said I should eat more fruit. Well, maybe picking more fruit is a good start.
Okay, now we have some red berries and a textile bag. Let's use the intercom here. Well, actually, first let's take a look at the hospital itself.
It seems pretty spooky, more like a haunted castle. I should get Nina out of there as quick as I can.
Okay, and of course it's an eerie hospital. It can't just look like a normal one.
It really seems to be an ambulance. The writing on it is in Russian. I can't read it, but there's a phone number next to it. 03112.
Okay, then kinda guess that that's gonna be helpful. Okay, I've been to a hospital before and it's not this eerie. It's really not a creepy place at all. Let's see if we can open up the gate.
It's locked. It must be electric because it doesn't have a keyhole.
Alright.
An intercom system. I always thought that such deserted regions didn't have electricity.
Well, apparently this one does, because lights are on all over the place, and they're not candles.
Yeah?
What do I say now? Hello, I'm taking a vacation in the area and just happened to come by here. It looks wonderful. Is it very old, Shirley? Can I have a bit of a closer look at the house, please?
What?
I'm a great fan of buildings and architecture out of the Tsar period.
Otherwise, everything's still okay, right? This is a hospital, not a museum.
That doesn't matter. I only want to have a look at it. I won't need very long. There aren't very many interesting buildings around here for a tourist.
It's not my fault you wanted to spend your vacation in the sticks. In any case, you can't come in here unless you're a doctor or about to die. Now leave me alone. I want to finish watching the soccer game.
He switched off the intercom. All that stuff about the architecture tourist does not belong among my best ideas. I'll have to remember for the next time I'm in such a situation that art does not bring me very far.
Okay, so either we need to be a doctor or dying. Well, we don't really have anything to be a doctor, but we do have a potential means of faking being injured. Let's see if Oleg has something new to say.
And...
No.
Nothing.
And...
I am going...
Okay. Let's see if we can combine the berries with the bag.
Now I've got a carrier bag full of holes and horrible red stains.
Okay. Can I put that on myself? No. Ooh, we can use it with Oleg though.
Here, tie this around the hand with the missing fingers. Maybe we can fool the medic into thinking you've only just lost them, if he doesn't look too closely.
I didn't realize Oleg was missing fingers. Now I suppose what we need to do is call the ambulance. We could try calling Nina, let's do it.
Her cell phone is off. I just tried it a moment ago.
Alright, let's call the ambulance.
I hope my plan works. Hello, my friend is badly hurt. I think he's lost a couple of fingers. Yes, I'm standing here at the bus stop in front of the hospital. Please, send someone out quickly. I think he's bleeding to death. Yes, but please, hurry. I now only hope that Oleg's acting qualities are sufficient enough to convince the ambulance driver of his story. Well, now I'm in the courtyard. Now I just have to find Nina.
Okay, what I think is funny is that they're literally right outside the hospital and Oleg, or they send the ambulance out there instead of just walking him right in. They're like 20 feet away from the entrance. I just found that kind of humorous. Alright, we have a pipe here.
It seems to be a sewage pipe. It runs into the top floor.
Okay, now that we're in the hospital, we can hopefully, or at least get out in the courtyard, we can at least get outside the hospital. Surgery.
I'd rather not think about whose guts have been removed with these.
Who knows? But let's take them anyway. I'm sure they're sanitary enough, especially sitting on the trash like that.
Empty syringes, soiled bandages, and a finger. I wonder if Oleg would... No, I'd better not. Locked.
Alright, so now can we go back to the passage? Oh, we can, okay. But I'm sure we're not done here yet, so... Let's see, let's take a look at the pipe.
It seems to be a sewage pipe. It runs into the top floor.
We can't climb it, or else it would give us a different icon.
The lamp illuminates the cellar entrance.
Okay, so it looks like our... Oh, that's just for the passage. Okay, so it looks like really our only other... Oh, a shadow.
Something is casting these shadows. Something very, very close.
It looks like a light post, given that the shadow goes all the way along here and then right there, but I could be wrong. Oh, I wonder if it's the hat. Who knows?
Hardly the newest model, but it fulfills its purpose.
Okay.
It doesn't look like a typical ambulance, more like a military vehicle. But what is it doing this far away from civilization?
Who knows? Can we just go in the front door?
Don't believe that just walking in is a good idea.
Nope. Yep. Okay, so we looked at everything out here, so I guess all that's left is just... Unless there's... Yeah, no, there's nothing else here except for what we just looked at, so... I wonder what the shadow is all about. Well, let's see if we can use the pliers on the door. Nope. The pipe?
Her cell phone is off.
Okay, so that only tries to call Nina. Yes, there are screams going on in the background if you were curious. What is the shadow all about? Why is it so important?
There's a key in the lamp. It's a strange hiding place, but better than putting it under the doormat.
Oh, I see. I thought this was a shadow, but it's just a big crack. That's a key right there. I didn't even notice that. The way it looked like it was like that's the lamp top, and then there's like kind of the ball or the bowl of the lamp. That's actually a key.
Because of the heat of the lamp, this key is really hot. I don't really want to touch it with my bare hands.
Alright, well, good thing we have the pliers.
It should work with that.
That's funny. Alright, let's use the key on the door.
It fits.
Of course it does. It's an adventure game.
And into the lion's den. Hopefully no one's in the cellar. A dictation machine. Maybe there's a recording of Nina on it.
Patient 1835, severe psychological and neural problems, currently in a coma. During the observation period, the patient exhibited symptoms such as optical and acoustic hallucinations, reflexive muscle contractions, and incontinence. Patient also exhibited psychogenic reactions, temporary amnesia, partial facial paralysis, and spots in front of the eyes. Damage to the temporal lobe caused by external influences, fracture of the right wrist, various contusions, and hematomas in the area of the head and arms. Apart from some of the external injuries, the patient exhibits similar symptoms as the other patients. The report must be completed as soon as possible and faxed to Moscow.
Damn, the batteries are running right down. That sounds terrible. What does "as with the other patients" mean? Does it mean that these behavioral and consciousness problems appear on a lot of people? If yes, why? What is the cause? I'll have to tell Nina about that, because something here is not right. I don't know what it is, but I definitely don't like it. Not at all.
Well, it must have something to do with, I'm guessing, the Tunguska incident, and maybe that's why they're here. This hospital's here.
There's a whole load of medicines and chemical stuff in it.
Let's take it.
The labels on these bottles are all printed with chemical formulas. As long as I don't know what is in there, I'll leave them where they are.
Alright. Fair enough.
It's probably broken, and that's why it's just sitting here.
Okay. There's a file cabinet open here.
There are medical records in here, all sorted alphabetically. Maybe I can find out what they did to Nina. K, Koch, Kyo, Cam. No records on Nina. Wait, Oleg said she was traveling under a false name, something with P. Perkova. So let's have a look. P. Pow. Perez. Perez Manuel. Wasn't he the one who went on the Tunguska expedition with Nina's father? And he was here too? That's very interesting. I should have a look at that. If my rudimentary medical knowledge isn't fooling me, there's something here about extreme behavioral and consciousness disturbances. Perez's behavior obviously showed such strange symptoms, unrecorded in any known illness. That was ages ago. In the meantime, research should have... It looks like they tried to find out about the illness by carrying out experiments on him. Through the cranium without an anesthetic. That's ghastly. Electroshocks, straitjacket, shock therapy. That reads like a torture report out of the Middle Ages. But the poor guy seems to have survived it. Then, a few weeks ago, he was sent back to his home country after an application from a certain Dr. Nicole Charlois to a small suburb of San Cristobal west of Havana. It looks like he obviously resisted so violently that they had to give him the double doses of phenylcyclidine piperidine. I believe that sedative has been forbidden for a while now. That's strange. Perez has been here for almost 30 years, and suddenly they're shipping him off to Cuba? And Nina's father disappears without a trace shortly thereafter. I would be astonished if there wasn't a connection. But what could it be?
Okay, so we learned about not necessarily Nina, but one of her dad's colleagues on the expedition, and now he is in Cuba. I'm sure we'll be heading over there at some point in the game. But it looks like there's a new diary entry, so let's read that. Okay. Mysterious illness, Siberia Hospital. A medical report talks about patients with severe mental and behavioral problems. Apparently this is quite common in this region. What could have triggered these psychological anomalies? And there's Manuel right there, and showing that he's in Cuba right now. Trail to Cuba, Siberia Hospital. Max accidentally stumbles on the patient file of Manuel Perez, who apparently returned from an expedition with Vladimir Kelenkov with severe mental and behavioral problems. He is treated in this hospital. He was transferred to Cuba just a few weeks ago at the request of a Dr. Nicole Shelra, something like that. Why the sudden interest in him again after over 30 years? Is there a connection with the almost simultaneous disappearance of Nina's father? I don't know. I'm going to guess that there is. I think that's all there is in this room. Let's continue on here if we can. Ooh, that's kind of grisly.
Conditions like these would cause hospitals to shut down completely. At least I hope so.
Okay.
I don't really want to find out who or what is lying underneath it and where all these stains come from. Luckily, it can't be Nina. The person or thing is far too small.
Okay. There's some ammonia gas up here.
Ammonia? No idea what they use that for. Maybe as an alternative to smelling salts to bring someone back to consciousness?
I don't know, but we're taking it.
The bucket is full of blood. I think I'm gonna throw up.
Okay. A stethoscope.
My doctor always uses a thing like that to listen to my lungs rattle.
I think that's a serious medical condition. Okay, nothing else really here. Oh, what's that? A syringe. A big one. That's huge.
A syringe? Looks like it hasn't been used yet, although the needle's been uncovered.
Okay, let's take it.
I'll have to be careful not to touch the needle.
Good idea. Anything else in here? There's some x-rays.
I cannot find anything in particular on the skull, but the lungs. I can't imagine that the person is still alive.
Okay, apparently he knows a little bit about imaging and how to read it. Alright, let's head into the next door. Looks like we've got everything here. Let's do one quick scene search here. Oh, no. There's a scalpel. Almost missed that.
Still appears to be new and unused.
So it's going to be extremely sharp. Let's take it. Alright, let's... Yes, now let's go to the next door.
I can hear voices. As long as I don't know what to expect on the other side, I'm not touching this door.
Okay, so we can use the stethoscope. That was my immediate thought, because you can hear... I'm sure you will be able to hear a conversation through it.
Can't do anything about that, but you're missing out. It's a really good game. I just wish the satellite dish wasn't so sensitive. I have to keep adjusting it. Hopefully, it won't be as windy as yesterday. I couldn't really see anything properly. No, you can forget that. Just be happy that the broad is in a deep sleep at least and not constantly on a rampage. Yep, and 3 more days up in that damp room, then our doctors have more work to do. No, you better stay up there. There's hardly anyone here, but in case someone should surface, there'll be another uproar about people leaving posts and so on. Not to worry. The head physician won't even notice that I'm more occupied with the TV during my shift than with making rounds. I'm keeping an eye on the entrance. If he doesn't come crawling through the basement, I'll notice him in time no matter what. Yep, will do. Till then. And don't go hunting rats again. The doc is still sour about the bullet holes.
A damp room somewhere on the upper floors. At least now I know where Nina is being held. But it's a little inconvenient that there are at least 2 guards there. I have got to get into contact with Nina somehow. Perhaps she's got an idea how to get rid of them.
Okay. So now we know that we can enter up through the basement because the guard basically told us that we could. And also that the satellite dish is on the fritz sometimes, or he has to keep adjusting it, so I'm sure there's got to be something we can do with that, maybe to distract the guard. But we will try and find Nina in the next episode of Secret Files Tunguska. Until then.